What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Wednesday. A pretty solid night last night. Some of the plays definitely went off, like Blake Griffin, one rebound off the triple-double, a great night of him. JJ Barea, pretty solid night from him. Josh Jackson, I mentioned in the video, was kind of a tough matchup against Stanley Johnson. He wasn't that effective from the field, but his usage rate without Booker and TJ Warren was so insane. He still did good enough with that double-double. I pivoted on Anthony Davis as well, off Damian Lillard, with the news that Jrue Holiday was out. Anthony Davis did pretty solid, but he didn't get as many rebounds as we are looking for. He didn't even get a double-double there, which is surprising, but still did his thing, scoring the ball with 37 points. Tweeted out about Ian Clark, who returned some good value. I put him in the plays, the updated plays without Jrue Holiday. Also, I tweeted out about Jamal Crawford on the narrative with him, it being his birthday, and against his old team. He returned some solid value. Ish Smith, some good value. So the cheaper guys and Blake Griffin all did their thing yesterday. And so, in all, and like everything combined, we had a pretty solid night. So good to see that. Back here again on Wednesday, though. 8 games slate. It should be a good one here. So drop a like in the video if you're ready to go here. And definitely subscribe. I mentioned this the last couple of videos. I'm going to be hosting that tournament on DraftKings. We're less than 50 subscribers away to that. So let's try to see if we can reach 4,000 subscribers today. So definitely subscribe if you haven't. Then we can host that tournament tomorrow. If we can hit 4,000 by the end of today, I would greatly appreciate that. So thank you for all the support. Let's try to keep it going here. I got my Money 6 for you, my favorite plays. So let's just hop into it. I'm going to go with a little bit more of a balanced approach today. I don't fault you for going LeBron at the top. If I was going to pay for a guy, it would definitely be LeBron. But in these plays, I'll keep it a little bit more balanced here with some guys at the upper mid tier that I'm definitely looking at. I'm going to start off here with Kemba Walker at 8,700. With the Batum doubtful in this game, that means more minutes for Kemba Walker, more shots going up, and more possible rebounds, I guess, because he got 8 rebounds last game. His shot totals did jump up to 19 against Philly. Not a great matchup there. A much better matchup against Brooklyn. They struggle a lot against point guards, we know that, and they allow a lot of threes as well. 25th in the league against three-pointers. So I think Kemba Walker can have a great game here. He'll probably be the go-to guy in this game against Brooklyn. One of the best matchups on the court with him and Dwight Howard. And like I said, without Batum, that's a lot of stats going out the window because Batum was putting up like triple-doubles before he did get hurt. So Kemba Walker here, a great matchup. He's from the New York area. He's going to put on a show, so lock him in there. I could see 50-plus DraftKings points out of him. And for my second guy, Oladipo here at 8,200. Another guy with a great matchup. They're 30th in the league against shooting guards. And Oladipo, he's kind of been struggling recently. He hasn't hit 40 DraftKings points since March 11th. So this is a great game for him to bounce back here. I think one of the main reasons why he's been struggling has been because of the matchups against him, like against the Lakers. Caldwell Pope, he's a solid defender. Bradley Beal, one of the better defenders in the league. DeRozan, pretty solid. Philly, they're pretty stout defensively. Boston, he had a good game against Boston, and they're pretty good defensively. So he hasn't had one of those great matchups in a while. And New Orleans is definitely one of the better matchups in the whole entire league. They allow a ton of points, 111 points per game. That's 29th in the NBA. So I think Oladipo can definitely have a big game here as the go-to guy in this Indiana Pacers team. They definitely need him in this game. So I think Oladipo, great game coming. He honestly could reach 50 DraftKings points as well. So lock him in there. For my third guy, DeAndre Jordan here, another guy, great matchups. That was what we're targeting here today. 7,600 against Milwaukee. Hasn't seen him this year, but he's been turning up recently. Some more points are being put on the board against Minnesota. He was going absolutely off. 18 and 12 in only 32 minutes. Like I said, they pulled the starters with 7 minutes to go. Probably to have him a little bit more rested for this game against Milwaukee. So I think he'll be one of the top scorers again for this Clippers team. Has probably the best matchup on the court against Milwaukee in this game. So 7,600. They struggle a lot down low, and he can definitely get some rebounds. They're allowing a lot of offensive rebounds. So I think DeAndre Jordan, double-double coming with that upside like we've seen all year long to get like 50 DraftKings points. Got 65 against Chicago. He definitely benefits in these good matchups like against Cleveland, Brooklyn. He always seems to come out to play against these bad teams against these teams that struggle against centers. So DeAndre Jordan, lock him in there. For my fourth guy, Kevin Love here. He was on a minute restriction last game, but he still got 24 minutes in that game. So I think with him being a little bit rested up against Milwaukee, he looked absolutely 100% fine in that game when I was watching it. I think he'll be bumped up to closer to 30 minutes if I had to guess. In this game against Toronto, they definitely need him. They need that second option for LeBron. He's been carrying the load, so I think Kevin Love can definitely do his thing here. At only 6,400, they kind of have him priced like he still won't be getting that many minutes. But even before he got hurt, he was still getting like 25 to 30 minutes. So the minute restriction isn't that important, I think. He still should be good for like at least 5 times value on this salary. And he shoots a lot better from 3 and just in general at home here. So with this game being in Cleveland against Toronto, they're going to need him big time. Cheap price tag, lock him in there. For my fifth guy, Jabari Parker here at 4,500. Not a guy that can give you tremendous upside because he does have that minute restriction. Similar to Kevin Love, he normally caps out around 25 minutes, but this is a good spot for him against the Clippers, and there's some rumors swirling around that he's on the trade block, so maybe that will give him a little extra motivation here against the Clips. 4,500. Think he can return like 5 times value and get to around 25 to 30 DraftKings points. Another guy that's been shooting very well, especially at home, shooting 50% from 3 at home this year. So I think he's going to have another big game at home here. So lock him in there. Nice little cheaper option, especially for cash games to get that solid value out of him with not crazy upside. So that's the top 5. You got Kemba Walker, Oladipo, Jabari Parker, Kevin Love, and DeAndre Jordan. All of those guys just seem very safe, and maybe not like safe, like Kemba Walker and Oladipo aren't like typically safe, but I think they just have safe production here tonight, good spots, and get you up to 50 DraftKings points besides like Jabari Parker. Kevin Love might be able to squeak one out, but probably not. But for my Dollar Tree play of the day, my value guy, lottery pick, whatever you want to call him, the guy that's going to lead you to success, Check Diallo at 3,500. Going against the Pacers. This guy's came out of nowhere, but it seems like he's starting to take over Mecca Okafor. He's just been looking great in these games. The last 2 games, 28 and 25 DraftKings points. Okafor only played like 5 minutes last night. It seems like they just turned to Diallo right off the bat. So I think he'll be the guy, the center position for them again here tonight. Him and Anthony Davis, a solid pairing there. Both athletic freaks on the offensive glass and stuff like that. So Diallo at 3,500. He's kind of becoming a go-to scorer for them off the bench, I guess. And the Pacers are weak down low, especially in their second unit without Sabonis in this game. They're going to have old man Al Jefferson trying to stop Diallo in this game. So I think he can have a solid game here, return some good value in his price tag at only 3,500. And he could go under-owned and overlooked. Maybe more GPP. He could be risky here on the back-to-back. But check Diallo. It seems like it's pointing to everything with him getting more minutes. Okafor seems out of the rotation now. And Diallo is starting to take over. So lock him in there. So that gets you up to 5,500 remaining per player. Definitely a great price tag at 3,500. But that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Drop a like on the video if you did. Let's try to get over 100 likes yet again. And like I mentioned before, definitely subscribe if you haven't to get these plays every single day and to be a part of that tournament that I'll be hosting. I'll be adding my own money into the pot there, so it's better than a lot of these tournaments they even host on DraftKings, and I want to return some money back to the Money Mob for all the support you guys have shown me, so I'd greatly appreciate that. If you want to get that tournament closer rather than farther away, then just subscribe now, and we can get up to 4,000 hopefully by tomorrow. So thank you so much, guys. Wish you guys the best of luck on this 8-game slate, and definitely follow me on Twitter at MoneyWebby for any updates on these plays. As we get later in the season, a lot of these NBA players are just like waking up on the wrong side of the bed and just deciding like they don't want to play. Some quote unquote sicknesses, maybe they're like don't want to play anymore for these teams that are already out of contention. So they're probably gonna have another guy like that not gonna play, and I might change up my build if we have a lot of cheap guys, then I'll try to pay it for LeBron James maybe, depending on how the slate kind of unfolds. But like I said, at MoneyWebby on my Twitter to get updated news. So thank you so much, guys. Good luck tonight, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.